Hi, my name is Lorena Gordon. I am the writer-director of At Last. At Last is a short film about a girl who comes out on prom nights. It's a coming-of-age, heartfelt tale.
Hi, my name is AJ Gordon, and I am a producer on At Last.
Hello, my name is Julio Lopez Velasquez, and I'm an executive producer for At Last.
So where did the inspiration for the story come from?
Sure. So the inspiration came from looking at my high school years and wishing that I could have seen my experience represented on film so I wouldn't feel alone or different. It stemmed from wanting to see my experience, and I wrote a film about feeling less alone and also looking back at, I think, the highlight of high school, which is prom. I feel like everyone, whether memorable or not, everyone remembers it. So I wanted to vicariously relive my prom through our protagonist, and that's where it came from.
Talk to me about your casting. Where did you find your cast to play your characters?
So I wrote the script with these actors in mind. So it was surreal to actually be on set and have these actors here and them saying these lines. It was like I had to pinch myself every second because, I honestly just, I think the universe and manifesting and working hard and being persistent is what led to us being able to attach George Lopez to the project, who plays the dad, and also Zach Gottsagen, who had just come off Peanut Butter Falcon, to play the best friend in the film. So we were very lucky and blessed.
That is awesome. So you have human characters, but you also too have your locations and your set design. So to me, that was a character within itself, and it was done very well. So tell me about where you guys filmed and how you guys set that up.
Sure. So we filmed in Los Angeles for 3 days, and our production designer dropped out. So that was literally all of us wrangling and doing the set design. So thank you. I felt like, I was born and raised in New York City, and we didn't have the budget to shoot there. So I felt like in a city, you feel, I like the juxtaposition of like being in a city and feeling like you can't be your authentic self, but yet you are in a city where it's accepting, of all different ethnicities and sexual orientation. So I like that juxtaposition. So I wanted the city to be a backdrop, and that's why that scene was and that location was so poignant to have in the film. I felt like. I don't know if you want to add something.
No, I think you said it all. Yeah, you covered it.
How did this project inspire you? How did you grow professionally and personally through this project?
I think for me personally, it was just so cathartic to finally be talking about something that I repressed for so long and wasn't able to put in my art and to feel comfortable in my skin. So it took a while for me to get to that point. And now that the film has taken off and has a life of its own, it's been incredible to see how many people have been able to resonate with it. And, there was so much heart poured into this project, from the cast to the crew and everyone involved. So it just made me, in a way, like give a gift to my 18-year-old self. So that's been pretty amazing.
What would you tell your 18-year-old self right now?
It gets better.
Gets better?
It gets way better. And you'll be in Bentonville screening your film.
And what would you, this is such a personal story for you. And what would you tell someone who wants to tell a similar story but is afraid or scared? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them that there is no better feeling than you feel free and liberated through, your writing or whatever art discipline you do. And it honestly just, I think the only way that we can all come to accept, everyone is by telling these universal stories and having people watch them. So I would just encourage them to keep going. And even if they feel like they're alone, there's somewhere out there, someone can connect to that. They say the most personal, the more universal, and I completely agree with that. So anyone out there, like, you are not alone. Someone is going through the same thing that you are, and it might feel like in a moment in time, but everyone is going through the same stuff.
If you don't mind me asking, what has the conversations been with people that you've known in high school or known in life that are now seeing this? What have those conversations been like with your friends and acquaintances and family?
Like my teacher, my English teacher, Miss Huggins, who at that time I didn't have the courage to come out. I was just kind of dabbling on the border and knew I was different, but I didn't know how to verbalize that. And, she saw the film and she just cried and was so proud that I was able to take something that was so personal and, and emotional for me and finally be able to release that. So like I said, it felt like therapy in a way of being able to just come up with a story and have it be now where like I can own up to who I am and embrace myself and my true identity and not have to live in fear. Because for the longest time, I lived in such fear of not being accepted or loved by my family. I think that was like the one thing that I just carried over me for the longest time. So to be able to break down that barrier and to be loved by my family and have all the support, I mean, it just means the world, honestly.
Lastly, what is the website and social handles for this wonderful project so we can follow your successes and cheer you on from anywhere in the world?
Thank you. So everyone can catch the short at last on HBO Max in September, and our social is at Last Short Film on Instagram, and we're constantly posting festivals and updates, and thank you guys so much for having us.
Congratulations on such a wonderful film, and wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you very much, Bentonville, for having us.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.